are to solve this question 15, let R be the functions of the real number defined by the f of x is equal to 2x plus 5. Show that the f of x is invertible. Also find the value of the inverse at the value of 2, the inverse at the value of 4, and the inverse at the value of 5. Now, if you are to prove that it is an invertible, the first thing you are going to consider it is to prove that the function is you firstly check maybe the function is 1 to 1. How do we do this? You said the f of x1 is equal to f of x2, which we have the value of f of x to be 2x plus 5. Automatically, it will give you the value of 2x1 plus 5 is equal to 2x2 plus 5. By the time you equate this, you discover that 2x1 will be equal to 2x2. Therefore, x1 is equal to x2. Since x1 is equal to x2, therefore f is 1 to 1. That is the first stage. Now the second stage, you check maybe the function is checking. You also check for onto. Now in case you have to check this, you said let f of x is equal to y. Now if f of x is equal to y, automatically you have to say x plus 5 is equal to y. Therefore, you make x as a subject of the formula to say that minus 5. So by the time you do this, x will gives you y minus 5. You said x will be equal to y minus 5 over 2. Now let me write it very well. You have to be in this form to say that you said s is equal to y minus 5 all over 2. Now this is the value. So since the value of x is this, therefore you now rewrite to say that the inverse, which as the process still looking for the inverse of x, you said s inverse now equal to y minus 5 over 2. You said the inverse, you said sorry, so the inverse, you said inverse will be, the inverse will be y minus 5 all over 2. Now that is the value of inverse. So if this is the inverse, thus we'll be able to look, we discover that y minus 5 over 2 is also, y minus 5 over 2 is also a real number. If you're able to see this, now you now say that since f is 1 to 1 and f is onto, he said, therefore f is invertible. That is just the proof. Now, in able to continue as the process, as you are looking for, as you are still checking for when the function is onto, you have already find the value of inverse. So if you are now to find the inverse and when the value is 2, you will just equate to say that 2 minus 5 over 2 is equal to minus 3 over 2. That is that. For the second one, for the inverse to have at the value of 4, which is equal to 4 minus 5 over 2, which is equal to minus 1 over 2. Therefore, the last one, which is at the value, when the value is 5, we have something like 5 minus 5 over 2, which is equal to 0 over 2, which is the final answer is equal to this. So thanks you for this. That is the proving, and that is the answer for the question. We're able to see it. We prove it, how f is invertible. We also prove the remaining one. So from the question. So thanks for this question. We're expecting more questions to solve. So thanks for today.